Okay, so we've done our update, and now let's look at ways to confirm what's installed. The first way would be live preferences, and right here in the user account licenses shows me what I have: software instruments and my sampled instrument collection. But this is a little bit of a trick because this is just telling me my authorizations. It's not really telling me for sure that I have this installed. Here is the quick way to get to the installed library. Close this and open your browser, which is this arrow here. And the very first little boombox icon, there's a plug-in boombox. These are live devices. So go to an instrument, and you say you want to make sure that you have electric or collision. There's collision, and I'm going to go to a specific patch and right click. Now, the reason I'm going in is if I right click on the collision folder, it just gives me this menu. Right click on the collision patch and say show in Finder, and down in here I have collision. I have analog, I have electric, I have impulse, operator, sampler, simpler, tension, okay? That's looking into your library. The last little dealio is this guy. So go back to live, and under the view menu, take it to file manager. Just check this on, and in here is quite a bit of stuff. We'll obviously be spending more time here, but the overview, the broad overview, is manage library. Now, when I click on this, it's going to go relatively fast. When you click on it for the first time, it's going to take maybe 10 minutes. So what's going to happen here is it's going to show me if, in fact, there's anything missing from my install. Okay, now don't fear, because right in a second here, a new dialog is going to come up right now. And it gives me kind of a stethoscope version of what my library is. It says I have 164 live sets. If I say show, it brings me not to the Finder, but to the browser. So let's resize the browser both ways, up and down. And this is a good way to understand what we have. These are live sets, ALS files. Presets are going to have D's in the extensions. And there we have it. So Ableton Device Group, ADG, or Ableton Device, ADV. Okay, and then we go to 2.7 gigs of media files. There's WAV, there's AIFs. Okay, and library is not a bad way to think of it. Basically, you can think of all these files and folders over here as books and magazines, and everybody that comes to the library enjoys them. Now, these 15 missing files are basically, 15 magazines that shouldn't have been checked out that were, or 15 very important reference books. So what I'm going to do is try to do an automatic search and see what happens, see if Live will be able to source these files for me. And as you can see, Live is doing a full-on search, but it's in user, me, library, app support, instrument, operator, all down where we were just a few minutes ago. Now, 3 new candidates were found, 3 missing files were replaced automatically. Let's say OK, and I'm going to save that. Okay, this is a very long dialog which says one thing very simply. It's basically saying I'm going to upgrade some of these files, and they may not work in versions that are earlier than 8.0.1, and so I'm just going to say yes. So I still have some missing files, and what we'll do in later chapter is deal with this, because I can quite easily do a search for this manually and drag it from the Finder right on top of this here and replace all these. So what I'm going to do is leave this exactly as it is, and we'll take this up at another time.